Shalom and good evening. This is TV7 Israel News broadcasting to you from Jerusalem. And in today's top stories, a suicide bombing in the heart of the Turkish city of Istanbul claimed the lives of 4 people, 3 of whom are Israeli citizens, while the 4th an Iranian national. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu stresses that Israel stands at the forefront in the battle against terror. U.S. Vice President Joe Biden stresses that the United States is watching Iran like a hawk and that the Islamic Republic will never be allowed to resume a nuclear weapons program. A suicide bombing in the heart of the Turkish city of Istanbul reportedly claimed the lives of 4 people, 3 of whom were Israeli citizens, while the 4th was an Iranian national. 37 other people, 10 of whom were Israeli citizens, were injured in the attack. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, in an emergency meeting following the attack, called on the international community to unite against what he described as Islamist terror on an international scope.
We have a travel warning about travel to Turkey. It will probably be intensified tomorrow, given the circumstances of 2 major terrorist attacks in 1 week, and some Israelis tragically were murdered in today's attack. I think this brings to light the fact that we're all subject to terrorist onslaughts, terrorism, international terrorism. Islamist terrorism is now attacking the countries of the Middle East and the countries beyond the Middle East. Its scope is international. The response to it should be international.
The suicide bomber, who was identified by Turkish security officials as a Turkish Kurd affiliated to the Islamic State, according to Turkish media, followed an Israeli group of tourists from their hotel to a restaurant where they had breakfast. According to the media report, when the group exited the restaurant, the terrorist approached them and detonated the bomb. Turkish Interior Minister Efkan Ala said there was no concrete information regarding the attacker.
Eldeki mevcut bulgular teröristin DAEŞ terör örgütüyle bağlantılı olduğunu göstermektedir. Başka bağlantılarının ve arkasında başka güçlerin olup olmadığı hususu da büyük bir titizlikle araştırılmaktadır ve soruşturmaya konu edilmektedir. Şahsın emniyet ya da jandarmamızda bana verilen bilgi herhangi bir arama kaydının bulunmadığı yönündedir. Şu ana kadar konuyla ilgili 5 gözaltı olmuştur.
Meanwhile, dozens of local shoppers lit candles and left red carnations at the site of the suicide bombing in what they said was a stance of commemoration in the face of terrorism.
Olayın hemen akabinde gelip karanfillerimizi bıraktık, acımızı paylaşmak istedik. Burada olduğumuzu, korkmadığımızı, acıya, teröre, hiçbir şeye boyun eğmeyeceğimizi göstermek istedik. Korkmuyoruz, alışmayacağız. Bu ülke tekrar barışın ve kardeşliğin ülkesi olmaya devam edecek.
In response to the incident, Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan sent his condolences to Israel and announced in an address that his country would never surrender to the agenda of terror.
Terörün gündemine asla teslim olmayacağız. Ülke ve millet olarak hedeflerimizden kesinlikle uzaklaşmayacak vizyonumuzu kaybetmeyeceğiz. Milletimizin birliğine, vatanımızın bütünlüğüne, devletimizin bekasına sıkı sıkıya sahip çıkarak terör örgütlerini ve arkalarındaki güçleri Allah'ın izniyle er veya geç hüsrana uğratacağız.
Meanwhile, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, during his weekly cabinet meeting, stressed that Israel is standing at the forefront of the battle against terror and reiterated his previous warnings while stressing that terror cannot be justified anywhere around the world and should be unanimously condemned by the international community.
הטרור זורע מוות והרס ברחבי העולם. ישראל עומדת בחזית המאבק נגד הטרור העולמי. המאבק הזה הוא קודם כל צבאי, אבל לא פחות מכך הוא מוסרי. נקודת המפתח למאבק המוסרי בטרור הוא להעביר שהטרור, רצח חפים מפשע, אין לו שום הצדקה בשום מקום. לא באיסטנבול, לא בחוף השנהב וגם לא בירושלים. מי שלא מגנה טרור, תומך בטרור.
Now to the United States, where U.S. Vice President Joe Biden said last night during an address to an American-Israeli Public Affairs Committee, AIPAC, which is a leading pro-Israel lobbying group in Washington, D.C., that the United States is watching Iran like a hawk and that Iran will never be allowed to resume a nuclear weapons program under the accord it reached with world powers.
The incentives are aligned for Iran to uphold its part of the deal. And we're going to make sure they do. We're watching Tehran like a hawk. Under this agreement, Iran will never be allowed to pursue nuclear weapons. Never, never, never.
The American vice president also accused in his address both the Israeli and Palestinian leaderships for not having the desire to advance in serious negotiations, as he put it, in bringing about a reality in which a two-state solution that guarantees the Jewish character of the State of Israel would not be a viable option.
In my view, after doing this for over 42 years, there is no political will among Israelis or Palestinians to move forward at this moment with serious negotiations. And that's incredibly disappointing, because the only way, in my view, to guarantee Israelis' future and security, its identity as a Jewish and democratic state, is with a two-state solution.
Now to Israel's western neighbor, where at least 13 Egyptian policemen were reportedly killed in the Sinai Peninsula when Islamists fired a mortar shell at a security checkpoint in the city of El Arish. Wilayat Sina, the Islamic State-affiliated group operating in the Sinai Peninsula, claimed responsibility for the attack. According to Egyptian medical sources, ambulances which arrived at the scene were subjected to heavy gunfire as they attempted to reach the wounded. Egyptian security forces blocked the routes leading to the scene as well as the city's entrances. Now to another matter, Russia's foreign minister Sergei Lavrov said, following a meeting with his Egyptian counterpart Samir Shoukry in Moscow, that they had agreed to make efforts on resuming direct flights between Russia and Egypt in the shortest possible period of time.
Мы затрагивали вопрос о возобновлении прямого авиационного сообщения между нашими странами с тем, чтобы помочь наращивать туристический обмен, объем которого сократился по известным причинам, и договорились решить проблему возобновления авиационного сообщения, возможно, короткие сроки при обеспечении высочайших стандартов безопасности для российских граждан.
The Egyptian top diplomat stressed during a press conference following their meeting that many new systems that ensure the security of Egypt's airports were put in place.
Many new systems of guaranteeing the security of our airports have been put in place, and we will continue to cooperate in a transparent and effective manner so that we can regain the level of Russian tourism that has always been welcome to Egypt.
Russia suspended its flights to Egypt in October of last year following an explosion of a Russian commercial plane in Egypt that the Islamic State has claimed responsibility for, which killed all 224 passengers on board. Thank you for watching us. Praying for the peace of Israel and the peace of Jerusalem. I'm Jonathan Hassan. Have an Erev Tov and Shavua Tov, and we will see you again tomorrow at the same time.
In order to donate to TV7 Israel News, please follow these simple steps. First, press the Donate logo, located at the bottom left side of TV7 Israel News Facebook page, or on the Donate tab at the head of the page. Then insert the amount you'd like to donate, and fill in your credit card information. Just like this. And press Review Donation and continue. After reviewing your donation details, please press Donate to finalize your donation. That's it! Your donation is now complete, and an email with your donation details has been sent to your email address. You can also print your donation receipt by pressing the link here. Thank you for supporting TV7 Israel News.